As another holiday season approaches, the midnight hour draws near. Gone are the days, it seems, of jubilant shoppers lining the halls of our nation's shopping malls. The enthrallment of a communal gathering has been replaced by a 2-inch digital screen. But in the grandest of ironies, technology brings us the means to encapsulate the past and digitize our memories of brick and mortar as we know it now. The hourglass of change is inevitable, and I'm almost out of sand. Hey everybody, Anthony here with Ace's Adventures, and welcome back to another Dead Mall episode. Now, technically, I'm going to tell you, I wouldn't necessarily say this mall is dead just yet per se, but it definitely is struggling and has some rather interesting tidbits that I'm going to share with you. So, I found this mall actually by accident. I was down in the Westlake Mall, which is a property that has been closed for several years, and wanted to get permission to go check that property out, and I sort of did. Just real briefly here, I will be uploading on my second channel some footage I got of the exterior of the Westlake Mall. I was given permission to go around the outside of that, and was actually probably going to be allowed inside, but the owner unfortunately was out of town. So the next time that I swing down through Alabama here in the next few months, because I do want to get back there, I will definitely be covering that property. So anyways, this is in the deep south of Alabama, and after going to explore the Westlake Mall, I went and checked out this mall, which I did not even know existed, and am extremely glad that I checked this out, but also am probably won't go to this mall again for reasons which we'll get into in a little bit here. So this mall actually is quite old. It actually opened in 1969, so by mall standards was one of the much earlier malls, and it doesn't look like it was renovated very much. Obviously, something was done since it opened, but it still has a lot of great aesthetics to it. Some very unique aesthetics, too. As we're walking here, you're going to notice that amazing, it's got to be 70s Wigmaster font over there. The awesome teal circular device, or roof piece, lattice, whatever you want to call it, up there up top, and then this really cool walkway that at one point had water going down through it. This must have been absolutely amazing to see when it was still going. This is the empty Burlington Coat Factory anchor here, and speaking of anchors, some of the original anchors of this mall were Loveman's of Alabama, and then the good old Pazit's store, and then that turned into a McRae's, and then that turned into a Parisian. So quite a bit of a carousel there in regards to anchors. JCPenney was an anchor at this mall. Yieldings, I believe I'm saying that properly, and Woolworths rounded out the anchors that occupied this property throughout its tenure. In 2006, a rather interesting thing happened. The JCPenney was actually demolished in order to make way for a Walmart. And in the notes about the Walmart Supercenter that was built in 2006, they claimed there was a walkway to the mall through the Walmart, but I didn't see that. So Parisian closed in the late 2000s and became the Burlington Coat Factory, which is no longer there. And then this is some pretty crazy information. The Walmart actually closed in 2016. So the Walmart was only open for 10 years. In February 2017, Burlington closed. And then the one thing you're going to notice here at the end of the video, I actually do give you a little bit of a tour of the Walmart, but it's very, very rare that you see a Walmart close in an area. And I'm not one to judge anybody, but after telling you this next set of information here, this area obviously is not in that good of an area, the territory. I probably should not even have stopped here. I felt pretty safe while I was here, but this mall has had a rather gruesome incident happen here. In February of 2018, there was a shootout that happened at this mall, and unfortunately the mall manager was caught in the crosshair and was killed in the shootout. The police chased the man for quite a while, which you're going to see the news piece on a little bit, and caught him on the highway where there was a second set of gunfire rounds exchanged. So pretty rough area here. And it's too bad too, because this mall is awesome. And as much as I loved seeing this, and probably will be through this area again in the next few months, I think I'll probably avoid this mall for obvious reasons. So this was an unexpected gem on the Great American Mall trip. Hopefully you are enjoying the Great American Mall trip so far, trying to put out as much content as I possibly can. I still have a handful of videos from that trip to come out. And going to have some pretty awesome stuff coming up in 2020. We're going to start doing some new things in addition to mall content. I do have plans to get to the American Dream Mall in New Jersey that just opened, and I have a feeling that that is going to be another Cincinnati Mills. I have a feeling that that mall is going to be an absolute disaster if it's not already. Early reports of that mall, the theme park, the Nickelodeon theme-based water park / amusement park that opened there, the prices are very expensive, and I was been told the numbers are not very good so far. So it's going to be a real interesting piece to check that out and see just what the future holds for that mall. Will it last, or will it have a short tenure after it sat vacant for almost a decade, I believe, before construction was completed? And here is the news piece on that mall manager that was unfortunately killed, and I'll be back in a minute.
Deadly mall shootout rocks Fairfield, then leaves a path of destruction all the way into Birmingham.
At the Western Hills Mall, glass shattered, bullet holes riddling cars, and a manager at the mall is dead.
Once the shootout ended at Western Hills, police say the gunfire moved on to Interstate 2059. As they raced along the interstate, police received a call of another person shot near Inslee. That person, just an innocent man driving down the road. His truck filled with bullets. He was rushed to the hospital.
The shooting came to an end on the interstate near Birmingham Southern College. Police stopping a car, several people jumping out near the campus. One man was arrested. Our crews captured the moments that he was handcuffed and then placed in the back of a police car. WVTM 13 was first to break this story right here on the air.
We have team coverage tonight. Aaron Kelly is where it all started. Aaron, what's it like right now outside the mall?
It has finally quieted down out here behind me where that broken glass was. They've now put up plywood over the entrance there at the Western Hills Mall. The Fairfield police chief says this is shocking and devastating. Tonight, an innocent man caught in the crossfire, a longtime mall manager, is dead. And we have video of the scene from just a few hours ago. A gunfire struck the entrance and several cars in the parking lot. Police say this all started when two groups were shooting at each other. Inside, employees were just ducking for cover, and we were there as the mother of one of them cried in his arms after he finally made it out safely.
So guys, right outside of the Western Hills Mall is an abandoned Walmart. This is something you don't see hardly ever. This Walmart, I don't know how long it's been closed for, but this is something that's pretty cool to see. You all know how much I hate Walmart, so. windows are busted out here. This is not in the greatest of areas, so I'm going to be very brief in here. All busted out. You've got to wonder if maybe some homeless people were staying there. There's some old price signs. Not sure what year this closed, I'll have to look it up. But very, very rarely do you ever see an abandoned Walmart. Thank you guys so much for supporting me as always and watching my videos. Please consider becoming a Patreon donor at patreon.com/acesadventures. I need your help to keep my channel going forward. Without you guys, there is no channel. Another Dead Mall episode will be coming in just 2 weeks. Have a great weekend. This is Anthony with Ace's Adventures.